Have you ever wondered how high heels became the symbol of elegance they are today? I certainly have, and tracing their journey reveals as much about society's shifting ideals as it does about fashion itself. Here's a walk through time, exploring how that extra lift under our feet came to mean so much more than just height. In Mesopotamia around 3500 BC, heels were practical footwear with a raised sole. Think early sandals helped priests and nobility keep their feet clean on dusty streets. Fast forward to 10th century Persia, mounted soldiers wore angled heels to secure feet in stirrups, improving stability in battle. The practical heel thus had its roots in utility, not vanity. By the late 16th century in Europe, heels began to signify rank. I've always been struck by portraits of Catherine de' Medici, who supposedly introduced red-soled heels to court in 1533. Those crimson treads marked her aristocratic power. Soon, both men and women of the French court embraced towering chopines platform heels, sometimes exceeding 20 centimeters, exaggerating stature to proclaim wealth and privilege. The French Revolution brought a taste for simplicity. Extreme heels fell out of favor. For much of the 19th century, women favored flat, practical boots alongside modest button-up shoes reflecting Victorian restraint. Yet, by the late 1800s, small Cuban heels, a chunky, curved block emerged, hinting that the world would soon crave more daring silhouettes. I've read how World War II fabric shortages drove designers to innovate. In 1938, Italian shoemaker Salvatore Ferragamo experimented with hollow steel rods to create a slender heel that wouldn't collapse, a prototype of the stiletto. But it wasn't until the 1950s, with Dior's new look and Christian Dior endorsing that sleek spike, that stilettos exploded in popularity. Suddenly, heels were no longer just sturdy platforms, but delicate expressions of femininity and allure. Today, high heels span runway avant-garde to everyday chic. From architectural sculpted heels to sustainable cork and recycled plastics, designers push both aesthetic and ethical boundaries. I often find myself torn between classic pumps, edgy mules, and the comfort innovations of padded insoles and moderate block heels. What used to be a status marker has become, for many, a personal style statement, or even a statement about empowerment, choosing height on your own terms. Through wars, revolutions, and revolutions in taste, high heels have danced between function, status, gender, and self-expression. As I slip into my own favorite pair, be it a modest 2 inches or a bold 10, I'm stepping into centuries of history, stepping alongside Persian writers and Parisian courtiers, and affirming that fashion, like all art, is a mirror of our times.